The Silent Killer: How Processed Foods Destroy Your Heart, and What to Do. Welcome to Thrive Daily. Imagine your daily routine: a quick breakfast cereal, a sandwich for lunch, maybe some chips as a snack, and a frozen meal for dinner. Sound familiar? For many of us, these are dietary staples. But what if these convenient choices are silently, yet powerfully, impacting the very core of your well-being, your heart? Today, we delve into the dangers of processed foods for your heart. This isn't just about weight gain. It's a direct, profound impact on your cardiovascular system. Nearly half of the food we consume daily has been significantly altered from its original state, often with added salt, sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives. Understanding this connection is crucial because a poor diet is the leading risk factor linked to the overall burden of cardiovascular disease globally, and it's estimated to be associated with over half of all deaths from coronary heart disease and stroke in the United States. By understanding this, you'll not only grasp how these foods harm your heart, but also learn practical steps you can take to protect it and significantly reduce your risk. The term processed food can be confusing. Does home cooking count? What about canned beans? To clarify this and pinpoint the real culprits, scientists use a system called NOVA, which classifies foods into 4 groups based on their degree of processing during production. This distinction is vital to avoid the misconception that all packaged or processed foods are inherently bad. The first group includes unprocessed or minimal processed foods, which are in their natural state or minimally altered, such as fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, eggs, and fresh meats. Group 2 consists of processed culinary ingredients like oils, butter, sugar, and salt, used for cooking and seasoning. Processed foods in Group 3 are made by combining ingredients from Groups 1 and 2 in ways that could be done at home, such like simple breads, cheeses, canned tuna, or jams. However, it is the 4th category, ultra-processed foods, UPFs, that poses the significant threat to your heart. These foods undergo extensive industrial processing, often containing numerous added ingredients and substances not typically found in home kitchens, such as preservatives, emulsifiers, sweeteners, and artificial colors and flavors. UPFs are explicitly designed for maximum palatability, convenience, and profit, often at the expense of nutritional value and satiety. Alarmingly, nearly 50% of calorie intake in countries like Canada and the United States comes from UPFs, contributing to over a third of heart disease and stroke deaths. Now, let's explore the heartbreaking mechanisms by which processed foods attack your cardiovascular system. Ultra-processed foods are notorious for their excessive sodium content, often far exceeding daily recommendations. When too much sodium is consumed, the body retains water, increasing the circulating blood volume. This places immense pressure on the heart, forcing it to work harder to pump blood through the system. Over time, this constant strain leads to high blood pressure, or hypertension, a major risk factor for heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. Beyond pressure, excess sodium can directly damage the delicate lining of blood vessels, endothelium, leading to microvascular inflammation and impaired vasodilation. It also stiffens large elastic arteries, making them less flexible and more prone to plaque buildup and blockages, even in individuals with normal blood pressure. Added sugars, often hidden in seemingly savory ultra-processed foods, are another major culprit. This refers not to natural sugars found in fruits, but to refined sugars added during processing. Excessive sugar consumption overloads the liver's sugar metabolism function, contributing to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. It also promotes insulin resistance, a key mechanism leading to type 2 diabetes. Both non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and type 2 diabetes are established and significant risk factors for heart disease. Furthermore, high sugar intake significantly raises bad cholesterol levels, particularly plasma triglycerides, and can lower good HDL cholesterol, increasing the risk of vascular constriction and arterial blockages. The body's chronic response to the sugar overload can also trigger widespread systemic inflammation, a critical underlying factor in the development and progression of cardiovascular disease. Many ultra-processed foods are laden with unhealthy fats, especially artificial trans fats, and excessive amounts of saturated fats. Trans fats, often listed as partially hydrogenated oils on food labels, are considered the worst type of fat for the heart. They are double trouble because they not only raise bad LDL cholesterol, but also lower good HDL cholesterol. Saturated fats, while slightly less harmful than trans fats, also contribute to increased bad LDL cholesterol levels. High LDL cholesterol levels are a primary cause of atherosclerosis, the dangerous buildup of fatty plaque within artery walls. This plaque makes arteries stiff and narrow, severely restricting blood flow and significantly increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Unlike whole foods, ultra-processed foods are often stripped of their beneficial natural fiber during extensive processing. Fiber is a critical component for heart health. Soluble fiber helps reduce bad LDL cholesterol by binding to bile acids, and both soluble and insoluble fibers slow sugar absorption, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels and promote satiety, which aids in weight management. Crucially, fiber acts as a prebiotic, nourishing the gut microbiota, the good bacteria in your intestines. A healthy, diverse gut microbiome is increasingly linked to reduced systemic inflammation, improved metabolic health, and overall cardiovascular well-being. Without sufficient fiber, this delicate balance is disrupted, potentially contributing to inflammation and issues like leaky gut, which can have systemic health consequences. Beyond the major macronutrients, ultra-processed foods contain a complex cocktail of artificial additives, including colors, flavors, emulsifiers, and preservatives, often difficult to pronounce and rarely found in a home kitchen. While research is still ongoing and complex, observational studies and animal models suggest potential links between high consumption of certain additives, such as emulsifiers, artificial colorants, and non-caloric sweeteners, with increasing risks of cardiovascular disease, metabolic syndrome, neurotoxic effects, and other health problems. It's important to understand that the impact can be dose-dependent. Small, infrequent amounts are unlikely to cause significant harm, but consistent, large quantities of these chemicals over time can lead to accumulation and measurable negative health effects. The scientific evidence is increasingly clear and compelling. Higher ultra-processed food consumption is strongly and consistently linked to adverse cardiovascular outcomes. Large-scale observational studies, including one of the largest to date with over 200,000 participants and a meta-analysis of 1.2 million people, found that those with the highest UPF intake had a 17% greater cardiovascular disease risk, 23% greater coronary heart disease risk, and 9% greater stroke risk compared to those with the lowest intake. This relationship is often linear. Even a 10% increase in daily UPF intake has been associated with a 6% increased risk of heart disease, and each additional daily serving of UPF can increase the risk of hard cardiovascular disease by 7%. Alarmingly, some studies indicate a 62% higher all-cause mortality risk for those consuming more than 4 UPF servings per day compared to those consuming fewer than 2. These foods significantly contribute to weight gain and obesity, a major independent risk factor for heart disease. Studies consistently link high UPF consumption to higher rates of hypertension and type 2 diabetes, both critical precursors to heart attacks and strokes. One fascinating study even found that individuals with high UPF intake had a significantly older heart age than their chronological age, a powerful and understandable indicator of premature cardiovascular aging due to dietary choices. The impact of a diet high in ultra-processed foods is not just individual. It's a profound societal and economic burden. Chronic diseases linked to poor diet, including heart disease, are responsible for an estimated 678,000 deaths in the United States annually, a figure higher than the total combat deaths in all American wars combined. The economic cost of nutrition-related chronic diseases is staggering, estimated at $16 trillion from 2011 to 2020, encompassing direct healthcare costs, lost productivity, and reduced wages. Empowering your plate with practical steps for a healthier heart is entirely within your reach. Implementing small, smart changes can dramatically improve your diet without feeling deprived. It's about choosing better alternatives, not necessarily eliminating entire food groups. First, become a label detective. The ingredient list is your most powerful tool. Look for products with fewer ingredients, ideally ones you can read and recognize. A good rule of thumb: 5 ingredients or less is best. Specifically, scrutinize labels for partially hydrogenated oils, indicating trans fats, and high amounts of the 3 S's: added sugar, sodium, and saturated fat. Even if a product claims 0 grams trans fat, always check the ingredient list for partially hydrogenated oil, as small amounts can quickly accumulate. Second, prioritize home cooking. The most effective way to control what goes into your body is to prepare most of your meals at home, using whole or minimally processed ingredients. You don't need to be a gourmet chef. Simple, healthy, and delicious recipes are abundant and accessible. Third, embrace meal prepping. Dedicate time each week to prepare ingredients or full meals in advance. This ensures you have nutritious, heart-healthy options readily available, significantly reducing the temptation of convenient fast food or packaged snacks when you're busy or tired. Finally, limit fast food and sugary drinks. Fast food is almost always high in unhealthy fats, sugar, and sodium, making it a primary source of UPFs. Similarly, sugary beverages like sodas, fruit juices, and sweetened coffees are empty calories with little to no nutritional value. Make water your primary beverage. It supports hydration without adding unnecessary calories. It's not just about what to avoid, but what to include and swap. Instead of packaged snacks like chips, cookies, or granola bars, opt for fresh fruit, a handful of unsalted nuts, lightly seasoned homemade popcorn, or plain yogurt with berries. For mass-produced white bread, refined pasta, or white rice, choose 100% whole grain bread, brown rice, or whole wheat pasta. Swap sugary breakfast cereals and fruit-flavored yogurts for plain oatmeal with cinnamon or fruit, or plain Greek yogurt with fresh fruit, no added sugar. Replace processed meats like hot dogs, deli meats, and ham with skinless grilled chicken or turkey. Fish, especially fatty fish like salmon, tuna. Eggs, in moderation. Legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas, or tofu. Instead of sugary drinks, choose water, plain or infused with fruit, unsweetened tea or coffee, or unsweetened low-fat milk, dairy alternatives. Check for added sugars. For bottled sauces and dressings, make your own vinaigrettes or sauces using fresh herbs and spices. Focus on filling half your plate with a variety of fresh vegetables and fruits. Aim for half your plate, choosing whole grains for sustained energy, and incorporating plenty of healthy protein sources like fish, legumes, nuts, and lean poultry. Opt for healthy, unsaturated fats from avocados, olives, nuts, seeds, and their oils like olive or canola oil for cooking, replacing butter or coconut oil. The journey to a healthier heart begins with conscious food choices. Ultra-processed foods with their potent combination of unhealthy fats, added sugars, excessive sodium, and critical fiber deficiencies pose a significant and silent threat to cardiovascular health. They contribute to a cascade of issues including obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, and directly increase the risk of devastating events like heart attacks and strokes. But remember, you possess immense power to change this trajectory. Even small, consistent steps, becoming a label detective, cooking more at home, and making smart, delicious swaps can lead to profound and measurable improvements in your heart health and overall well-being. Every healthier choice is a step towards a stronger heart and a longer, more vibrant life. Don't wait until it's too late. Start today. Take control of your plate, protect your heart, and invest in a healthier, happier future. If you found this information helpful and valuable, please like, share it with others who care and need this information, and subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based health insights and practical tips. Your engagement helps us spread this vital information to a wider audience and build a healthier community. Remember, prioritizing your health is a choice you make every day, and it's always worth it. Keep building that healthy lifestyle, and your heart will truly thank you.